Have you ever wondered how animations are made for YouTube videos? Animation is a captivating art form that brings static images to life, creating a cinematic experience that can entertain, educate, or even inspire. It's a key player in the realm of YouTube content, where the ability to engage audiences visually can make all the difference. Animation offers endless possibilities, limited only by the bounds of your imagination. So buckle up as we delve deeper into the fascinating world of animation. Creating an animation might seem like a daunting task, but when broken down into simple steps, it becomes manageable. Our journey begins with the conceptualization phase. This is where we brainstorm and decide what our animation will be about. What story do we want to tell? What characters will we create? We then sketch our ideas, creating a rough storyboard to visualize our narrative. Next, we dive into the design phase. This is where we refine our sketches, adding color and detail to our characters and backgrounds. We also consider elements like lighting and perspective, which play crucial roles in setting the mood and atmosphere of our animation. Once we are satisfied with our designs, we move on to the animation phase. This is where the magic really happens. Using animation software, we transform our static designs into moving characters. We carefully adjust each frame to create smooth, realistic movements. Whether it's a character blinking, a leaf falling, or a car zooming by, every action is meticulously crafted. Following the animation phase, we enter the post-production phase. Here, we add finishing touches like sound effects and background music. We also edit the animation for timing and pacing, ensuring that the story flows smoothly from start to finish. Finally, we reach the rendering phase. This is where our animation comes to life. The software processes all the information we've inputted, from designs to movements to sound, and creates the final product. Depending on the complexity of our animation, rendering can take anywhere from a few hours to several days. And voila, we have our animation. But of course, the process doesn't end there. We review our work, make necessary tweaks and adjustments, and perhaps even go through several rounds of feedback and revisions. It's a labor of love, a process of continuous learning and refinement. So that's the general process. But how do we actually bring our ideas to life? To breathe life into our animation, we need the right tools. So let's dive into the world of animation software and tools and explore what they have to offer. Let's start with Adobe Animate. This software is a go-to for many animators, beginners, and pros alike. It has a user-friendly interface and offers a wide array of design and animation tools. You can create interactive animations for games, TV shows, and the web. However, it can be a bit pricey, and it might take some time to master all its features. Next, we have Blender. This open-source software is not only free, but also powerful. It allows for 3D modeling, rigging, animation, simulation, rendering, compositing, and motion tracking, and even video editing. The downside: it has a steep learning curve, but once you get the hang of it, it's a game changer. Then there's Toon Boom Harmony. This software is a favorite in the professional animation industry. It offers a range of tools for traditional and digital drawing and painting. Its node-based compositing feature allows you to create complex effects. On the flip side, it's not the most beginner-friendly software out there. Stepping into the realm of 2D animation, we have Synfig Studio. It's free, open source, and great for creating frame-by-frame animation. It's relatively easy to use, but it may not offer as many features as some of the premium software. Lastly, let's talk about Moho. This software is designed for creating 2D movies and cartoons. It offers a unique bone rigging system which can save you a lot of time in character animation. However, it's not as versatile as some of the other tools we've discussed. Each of these tools has its strengths and weaknesses, and what works best for you will depend on your needs, your budget, and your level of expertise. But remember, the tool is only as good as the artist wielding it. So practice, experiment, and find the one that best suits your style. With the right tools in hand, we're ready to start creating. Now that we have our tools, it's time to put them to use. Imagine you're an artist and your canvas is this blank screen in front of you. We're going to bring this canvas to life, one frame at a time. Let's get started. First, we'll launch our chosen software. For this demonstration, let's use something user-friendly and versatile like Blender. Open up a new project and you'll see an empty 3D workspace. This is your playground, your universe. It might seem a bit intimidating at first, but don't worry, it'll soon become second nature. Now, let's create our first character. In the animation world, we call this the modeling stage. We'll start by adding a simple sphere for the head. Then, we'll add cylinders for the body and limbs. At this stage, we're just creating the basic shape of our character, a bit like a digital scarecrow or mannequin. Next, we move on to rigging. This is where we add bones to our character. Now, it's not as morbid as it sounds. These bones simply allow us to control how our character moves. Just like puppeteers control their puppets with strings, animators control their characters with bones. Once we've rigged our character, it's time to breathe life into it. This is the animation stage. We'll move our character into different positions and create keyframes. These keyframes tell the software how our character should move over time. It's like flipping through a picture book. Each page or frame is a slightly different image, and when you flip through them quickly, it looks like the picture is moving. After our character is moving smoothly, we'll add some lighting. This helps to set the mood and make our animation more realistic. We can add a light source, adjust its intensity, and even change its color. It's a bit like being a theater director, deciding where the spotlight should shine. Then, we'll add some textures to our character. This is like the character's skin or clothing. It can be as simple as a single color or as complex as a detailed pattern. This is where our character really starts to come alive. Lastly, we'll render our animation. This is where the software takes all our hard work and turns it into a final video. It might take a while, but remember, patience is a virtue, especially in the world of animation. And voila, we have our animation. We've taken a journey from a blank screen to a moving image. You've seen how a simple sphere and some cylinders can transform into a lively character. You've seen how light and texture can add depth and realism. And most importantly, you've seen the magic of animation. Now, it's your turn. Take these tools, this process, and create your own animated universe. Remember, the only limit is your imagination. Happy animating. Mastering the art of animation takes practice, but a few tips and tricks can make the journey smoother. Let's dive into some valuable advice for those starting their journey in animation. First off, get to know your software. Every animation tool has its unique features and shortcuts. Familiarize yourself with these to speed up your workflow. Next, always start with a storyboard. It's your roadmap to a successful animation. It helps to visualize your concept and organize your thoughts before you dive into the actual animation process. Don't shy away from using references. Even the most seasoned animators use references to capture movements accurately. They can be anything from a video clip of a running horse to a photo of a particular pose. Here's a common mistake to avoid. Don't rush your work. Animation is a time-consuming process, and rushing it can result in a less polished final product. Patience is key in this field. Be open to critique. Feedback is essential for growth. Always be willing to learn and improve. And finally, practice, practice, practice. There's no shortcut to becoming a great animator. It's all about putting in the time and effort to hone your skills. Remember, even the most intricate animations start with simple shapes and movements. So don't get discouraged if your early works don't look like Pixar's. Keep pushing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep creating. Remember, practice makes perfect. So there you have it, a step-by-step guide to creating animations for YouTube. We've journeyed through the fascinating process of animation. From conception to creation, we've delved into the tools of the trade, exploring the best software that can turn your dream animations into reality. We've witnessed a practical demonstration bringing to life the principles and techniques we've discussed, and we've shared some invaluable tips and tricks that can elevate your animation game to the next level. But remember, the heart of animation isn't found in a quick tutorial or a fancy software. It's found in your patience, your creativity, your passion. It's found in the countless hours of practice, the numerous trials and errors, the many moments of frustration and triumph. So keep honing your skills, keep pushing your boundaries, keep bringing your imagination to life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more animation-related content. See you in the next video.